Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. Are we live? Come on. Yes, it appears that we are live. Hi. Um, Hope you're all having a lovely day. I most certainly am. I just been on another little bit of a brewing frenzy. I just love it when this sort of thing happens, man. This is the most fun I have in Magic, is these times. Like just new ideas. Uh, just brewing frenzy. I like typed in vampires. This guy came up, read the card. I was like, what? And then I just went, okay. And this came up. I played it a few times on ranked and I won twice. I was like, okay, I'm gonna make a video about this because this isn't just any old nonsense. This is actually pretty freaking good, and there's some incredible little synergies here that I would like you all to see. So, if I may, Westside vampires, because Westgate Regent, not the best joke ever, but anyway, vampires. We got Valentin, okay, Nullpriest of Oblivion, okay. So far, Menace, Blood Researcher, Menace as well, okay. And then we've got these two top enders, which I will talk about in a second. So, what are we trying to do here? It's a little bit of both. It's a little bit of life gain that gives added things, which you will see in a second, but also counters coming together in one beautiful synergistic orgy of +1/+1 counters. Should be pretty incredible if I can nail it. I've done it a few times. The only problem this deck has is card draw. There is none. You need it to like happen every time quite on time. Otherwise, you know what? I did see that there was another vampire here that I omitted, the Callous Blood Mage, but it is not better than the Blood Researcher, and I don't know what I would get rid of instead of this guy. Because this, you can draw a card and lose 1 life, which is pretty cool in this color combination where it's not as prevalent. But so far, it hasn't been a problem. It's like just everything you take off the top is pretty good, so it should kind of just be a quick game. Where was I? Boom. Vampires. So we've gone over the vampires. How do we go about making sure they don't die and also removing the opponent's stuff? So there's a couple of new things. First of all, Reaper's Talisman. It's a 1-drop, 1 black for an equipment black equipment. Whenever an equipped creature attacks, it gains death touch until end of turn. And whenever a equipped creature attacks alone, defending player loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. So because we've got a lot of creatures with menace, we can be attacking in alone often. And whenever they lose 2 life and we gain 2 life, not only does that mean Mortality Spear gets reduced in cost, but we also gain a counter on Blood Researcher, which says that whenever you gain a life, you put a +1/+1 counter on Blood Researcher. Not again. Come on. One moment, guys. I'm just trying to find a better position for my internet. Hopefully that'll fix things a little bit. Yeah. Where was I? Gaining life. So then the other way we have of doing that, which is very similar to Reaper's Talisman, it says that whenever it comes into the battlefield, first of all, which is pretty cool, you can put a +1/+1 counter on target creature, usually on itself, okay, because you've already put counters on these other things up until you get to turn 5. But then the cool thing is that whenever a creature you control that has a +1/+1 counter on it attacks, each opponent loses 1 life, you gain 1 life. So if your Blood Researcher is equipped with a Reaper's Talisman and there's Tenured Inkcaster in play, it's you're gaining 3 life, which puts, in this case, it's 2 instances of life gain, so you gain 2 counters on the Blood Researcher. That's pretty cool. What else? Feign Death is a new card also from the D&D set. It's way better than Malkir's Rebirth and a few of the other cards in black and green that do similar things. There's another one that I was running before in this deck. It's a 2-drop infused with vitality maybe, but basically it's just so that if something dies, it comes straight back to the battlefield under your control. And in this case, it comes into play tapped, uh, but it has an additional +1/+1 counter on it. So it's a great keep them, save them. You want to be saving those for Westgate Regent and Tenured Inkcaster, but that is not the only way we have of gaining things back from the graveyard. We also have the kicker ability of Nullpriest of Oblivion. So if you kick this for 4, 5, 6, you can return a target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. I mean, so that's pretty cool. We've got a little bit of like survivability. Then also another little plan there on the sidelines if it does work out good. Lizette isn't a vampire, but does make it so that whenever you gain life, you can put +1/+1 counters on everything, and those things also gain trample. So that's pretty good. You know, alternate win con there. 1 copy of Harness Infinity. Just sometimes you run out of cards completely. This is basically the main card draw that we have. I actually love this card. I play it in all the Witherbloom decks. At least 1 or 2 copies in every Witherbloom deck I play. You draw it sometimes in the late game. You play it at instant speed during your opponent's end step, and then you just bring your entire graveyard back into your hand and untap. And you just go, okay, reload, baby, and just start firing off stuff again. So, loving Harness Infinity. And before I talk about the removal, this is the start of the show. Okay, this card is ridiculous. It's a little bit expensive. I don't know if there's going to be better ways of like getting it out quicker, things like that. Turn 5, I mean, that's the same turn you're playing freaking Goldspan Dragon, okay? It means that you cannot attack straight away like Goldspan because it doesn't have haste. But it does have ward, discard a card. So usually you get to this point and the opponent has been playing things, trying to get rid of your removal and stuff. They don't have much left in hand by turn 5. Usually, and then so that can be quite a nice way of removing this. They'll like play their last card that they have on this without reading properly. Don't have anything left to discard. That card that they just cast to get rid of your big threat fizzles, and then you can swing in the following turn. So whenever Westgate Regent deals combat damage to a player, put that many counters on it. So this is instantly an 8/8 next turn. And then a 16/16, and then you get my picture. It's crazy. And if you have, of course, both of them and all, you know, everything stays in play, you don't face any big sweepers and everything goes as planned, and the combos start going crazy, and you got, you know, you're swinging in with both of these and a few of these other guys. Happy days. Happy days. All right, so that's the deck. I hope it makes sense. I'm just trying to like get Westgate Regent down and attack a few times and like put up a fight and interfere with that from happening along the way. The removal I didn't quite talk about yet is 3 copies Bloodchief's Thirst, because why not? It's amazing. 4 copies Crippling Fear. Again, this is a tribal deck, so we can declare not vampires, and then everybody else takes -3/-3. So pretty good. Nice sweeper right now, that because Extinction Event isn't available in the pre-rotation queue or whatever it's called, the 2022 standard queue. And then Mortality Spear, because I love Mortality Spear, and it can be reduced in cost by many of these life-linking, menacing things and other stuff I talked about before, and it can get rid of anything on the board that isn't a land. So amazing, amazing card. That's the deck. Let's jump into some games. For those of you who have particularly sharp eyes, there is a Drizzt Do'Urden list that is in progress. Drizzt. I'm gonna keep this one quite short, maybe half an hour, and go straight into another deck. I have some crazy ideas. I haven't even scratched the surface. I still have no idea like what the best possible way to do like a combo, let's say, with the new white Planeswalker guy from the new set, the guy with all the flowers, the flower master. that becomes a 7/7 indestructible when it has +7 loyalty. Just trying to think of like a cool way to bust that. So we got our Westgate. Westside. Westside. It looks like he's so cool, bro. Such a cool dude. Everybody's playing Snow now. Oh, there's the monk. This is a great little combo thing going on here. We usually can't attack at this point. Straight away now we've made a 3/3 instead of just a 2/2, and they both have menace. This is going to keep attacking in and giving this lifelink, so... Alright. Trying to go all dragon on my ass. You have hexproof. That's nice. Alright. I think I'll just have to, probably just go to you, eh? Skadoosh! Some crazy jank going down in, these play queues lately. I'm loving it. Different things. Warriors, clerics, you name it. Alright. Let's see what you got. Really? Really? Okay, what's the most annoying one here? Probably this one, and then... Oh, there. Alright. Is their entire board gone? Little did he know.
Aid the underprivileged. They may be a god
Yeah.
in disguise. Come be a hero.
That I was running Mortality Spears.
Remember, justice always comes for evil.
3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 to go fetch back our Blood Researcher, or 5 to cast Portable Horde. That's pretty annoying. Always the assembly worker. Little sweep. This is the new, card draw for Mono White. Whoopee! Ouch. Well, that's not nice. He gets 1/1 and gains some life. That's really not nice at all. Of course he's an untapped man. Of course. Okay, well that's not growing any bigger. Ooh, wow, this is crazy jank. Like freaking 3-colored freaking equipment, froghemoth things with also monks and feels like people are just like ramming the new cards into the deck and seeing what sticks to the wall. Okay. We are freaking screwed. Okay. Still take 8 next turn without much worry. And then get the Tenured Inkcaster down. Good game, buddy. What the frick? Got wrecked. Ah. Wow, I really hope Italy beats Britain in the Euro thing today. It'll be so fun. I've got so many British friends that are so obsessed with that stuff. Alright, so, what could we change? What don't we like? How can we draw cards without really getting rid of many of our other little synergies here? I think we can get rid of this guy. He's cool and all, but our creature count isn't that high. I don't know what I mean. I could down 2, up 1. That's not gonna really change much. Nah. Maybe we could get rid of one of these Bloodchief's Thirsts and one Crippling Fear. I guess, and put in, I don't know. There was still want to make a Vorpal Sword deck. 8 mana, win the game. Poof. This was another Warlock that I was looking into. Nothing too spectacular. Draw. Why does this all say draw? Really? These aren't all drawing cards? Draw. Okay, that's better. Callous Blood Mage. Nah. Eh. Couple copies of Toski. Yeah. 4 copies of this guy from opening packs. Like, meh. Meh. Wolves. Wolves are back in town, eh? Might be the next thing. Just give me 1 second. Give me. Sorry guys, my cousin asking if I would like to stick around for dinner. This is tough, man. I'm struggling to figure out, like, you know, I could go down to like the hated 16 creatures, go something like this, and now we've got 4 card slots here to pack some drawing in. By like what? Callous Blood Mage? That's really not that good. there's the other side of this guy, or you know, maybe the shadow cat. It's not a vampire, man. Nah. Let's just leave it at that and keep. That was just a bad game one. Let's keep going. Let's keep on testing. I'm testing also to see whether the audio is better recorded by the microphones on my laptop as opposed to my headset. Which one sounds better in the end for you guys? You know, and I can test that by myself by checking the video afterwards. But yeah, if there's any trouble with the audio, please let me know in the comments down below. Much obliged. Don't know why I kept this hand, but it's unranked after all. It's the shadow. What's up, brother? Show 1586. Now, what could we do? Probably just play another one and keep up a Feign Death for whatever removal they might have coming our way. Looking like dice rolling goblins with what's his face? That new Lena. Okay, this is what we need this for. So would love another land next time. It's a card that I kind of overlooked. It's a weird little thing that you want to be doing there, but I kind of like it. Ay caramba! Has menace as well, so we can't even block it. Pretty damn cool. I'm still working on this deck. This is a cool deck. It doesn't have to be mono red. It can be played as is it as well? It needs a lot more mana than I initially thought it did. So that doesn't seem to care one bit. That is pretty damn freaking ridiculous. Nice. Of course, we don't ever get any lands gold. Never happened. Of course not. Why? This is a really good card though. I like very much. It's very nice. Ooh, baby. That's scary. What else you got? It would really be nice to just get a frick land off the top. Oh god. That also kills stuff. Okay. Fine then. I'm alright with that. It's a weird card to run in here, man. Gazorn. Gazorn. My name is Gazorn. I live in a barn. Alright. Moment of truth. Please. Oh. Yay. Alright. Looking pretty groovy to do some of these types of things here. Boom. Which also allows us to do these types of things here. Boom. And I like those types of things. A little bit of a breather. Can choose vampires and zap some stuff with Crippling Fear. Aha! Bing bing! Badong badong. Now imagine we had her up. It's one of those things, like I'm starting to, as I get better at magic, never stop learning in this game. Like the amount of times that you have this like card that you consider to be crucial to your game plan, that is around the third turn that you need to be playing, and then they either have the the removal or the sweeper coming on turn 4 anyway, and then you need to sort of rebuild your board state. It's like this typical ebb and flow. Okay. Wow. 5 damage, and then oh, okay, that's pretty cool. I didn't understand why that card was so expensive initially. So yeah, and then you need to sort of start re-establishing board presence after turn 4. And there's not that many aggro decks that will like get around that. Beat you that quickly. They need to usually they need to get to turn 4 or something before everything has haste. Oh no. That's pretty interesting. That's very interesting. That's a game over. Why do my Delina decks never work? Alright. Let's do one more. And then I'm going to try a Delina deck because it looks so good. It looks so fun. Right back in. Looking knackered. Looking like I have a 2-year-old. Scandronon. Deepest Talisman. Coming out for a little visit. Another one of these, but with green. There is a Gruul class, Bard class. Might have to look into that. I can't even remember what it does right now. God, there's so much cool new stuff to do. Zorn. Hey Zorn, what's up, bro? What's cracked? Treasure tokens. Ooh. Nice. Oh, whoops. Whew, that was close. I should be attacking alone with this for this to work. I would really love to just get a friggin' never attacks. Okay, so he's gonna attack now and just I think make a ridiculous amount of tokens. Nice. That is so nice. Oh my god, I can't wait to see this go off. Okay, bam, bam, bam. 2 tokens plus 1 more because of the design. 3 tokens. Gets +2, +0, and menace. Oh my god. Oh my god. I thought he was gonna definitely get to roll again there for some reason. Okay, no. Only 1 roll. Okay, yeah, but there was only one thing that... Okay, gotcha, gotcha. It's time to cripple you a little bit, my dear fella. Terribly sorry. That's nice. Finally, got to kind of showcase that a little bit. Deck doing its thing. I mean, I would love 1 more mana and try and like do an 8/8 Westgate boy before this guy concedes. I hope he doesn't. But yeah, I mean, if all we need to do is attack with Blood Researcher next turn, it's game over. So. Oh yeah, everybody's got a haste now. Interesting. Can block, you do know that. Alright. But here comes the menace. Interesting. Interesting. You didn't get the double rolly thing though. Close one. Very nice. I believe, my dear fellow, this game is lit over there. So, what do you guys think? Westside Vampires. What's up, Jeremy? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for coming on. Good to have you, brother. We're just testing out these Westside Vampires. You're joining me towards the end of the stream, though. I was about to cut things short. Did some pretty incredible stuff there. I'm really, really happy. And I'm really, really excited for the next set already, even though I haven't even scratched the surface of the new one. This Regent is ridiculous. Ridiculous. If there's going to be ways of like getting this guy into play sooner or giving it haste so it can attack as soon as it hits the battlefield or something, but this is a spicy meatball. Like +1/+1 for, you know, plus the discard ward. I'm really happy with that. This is a little bit of a sleeper, I guess. It was not played much because it's so bone crusher giantable, but in the new world of post rotation standard 2022, pretty cool little card that kind of doubles up on the synergy with the Reaper Talisman, Blood Researcher, and the +1/+1s, and the fact that there's menace. There was like a bunch of little synergies there that I thought really locked in with each other. You know, you put the Feign Death on the Blood Researcher, you attack in alone. Sorry, the Reaper Talisman. You attack in alone with the Blood Researcher. It has menace, so even if they have 2 blockers on turn 3, they can't block unless they want to lose something. And anyway, it gains Death Touch and goes up to a 3/3 or maybe a 4/4 at that point if you've already gained life some other way. And then you get the Tenured Inkcaster in play that doubles the effect of the Reaper's Talisman whenever a creature with a +1/+1 counter on it attacks, each opponent loses 1 life, you gain 1 life. So you get 2 triggers on the Blood Researcher every time it attacks. Starts to get out of hand pretty quickly, and then late game you can bring in a big flying guy with ward, and there's a bit of nice removal. I think this is a pretty sweet deck. I don't have the time today to go, and I'm going to play test it much more thoroughly in the ranked queue later. Which barbs? What barbs are you talking about? Here's barbs. Barbs. There was a card called something like that, I'm sure. Maybe I'm not looking in the... yeah, because this is for the only standard 2022. Anyway. Thank you. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you to Jeremy for jumping on at the end there. And I shall see you in the next video. Lone Fox from the BrewLab, signing out. Peace, y'all.